The protests continue, Algerians voicing their opposition to the candidacy of incumbent President Abdelaziz Bouteflika for a fifth time. Al Jazeera can't independently verify these pictures posted on social media here in the city of Guelma. But there have been daily demonstrations around the country ever since Bouteflika announced he will seek another term. People are demanding that the Constitutional Court stop Bouteflika standing in next month's election. In response to the protests, Bouteflika's campaign managers signaled the president will not rule for long if he wins April's election.
I pledge to organise early elections to be set up by the Independent National Conference. I pledge not to be a candidate in that election.
A compromise that failed to convince. Several presidential candidates have dropped out of the race, leaving the upcoming April election in disarray. That same anger was voiced on the streets of France, in Paris and other big cities, where there are large populations of Algerian descent.
We are all mobilizing through, for example, today, being many speaking up against the fifth mandate, but also against the system that has taken our country away from us.
President Bouteflika, who's 82, has used a wheelchair since suffering a stroke in 2013 and is rarely seen in public. Many in Algeria complain the president spent most of his current term getting treatment overseas than running the country. On Saturday, he sacked his veteran campaign manager, possibly a tactic to calm the growing protest movement. More than 200 people, including dozens of police officers, have been injured so far. The protests represent the biggest challenge to Bouteflika's rule since the 2014 election, which was denounced by the opposition. But analysts say this is different to the protests during the Arab Spring.
I don't think there's the anger and hostility against the president, which you saw in Egypt. He did help to heal the wounds of the civil war. He has brought some measure of prosperity, but he can't buy off the voters because the economy is crumbling.
Many of those on the streets have only known Bouteflika as president. Young people who feel marginalized from public life and who now want to steer Algeria in a different direction. Abdelhamid, Al Jazeera.